Hi everyone. So I'm in the house again today. Just thought I'd come in and do some more render removal. It's just one of those jobs that's ever ending, unfortunately. We just keep doing little bits as and when we can, really. You tell it's cold. I've still got my hat on. When you see I haven't got my hat on, you know that the temperatures are warming up. But yeah, I do like to keep my head warm. So yeah, just going to attack this wall here today, hopefully. This is what is the original fireplace here, and obviously this is going to be the snug room here. Let's say, yeah, I want to take the render off because this wall is actually coming down. We will be putting up another wall, but it's going to be more decorative for a two-way fireplace that's going through, which will then feed into the dining room. But so yeah, we need to take the render off first. Both sides of this wall, just to make sure that there's nothing nasty there before we start taking the chimney down externally, and then obviously come through the top of the roof there, and then just slowly start bringing our way down. Yeah, we'll just see what it's like, really. We'll see if there's anything nasty there that we need to be aware of before we start dismantling all the stone. I don't think there will be. I think it's just going to be quite straightforward, to be honest, from what I'm seeing already. But yeah, we just want to get the render off just to make sure it's all stable and it's not, before we go just knocking it away, making sure it's not holding up the sides of the house. So yeah, that's my job. I'll crack on with this and yeah, see how far we can get with it, really. So I'll put you on a time lapse and see if we can find any little things in here and all that. There's some beautiful stone in here. This one here, it's absolutely lovely. It was going over the fireplace. You can see this chimney is leaking quite a lot. When did we last have rain? Well, yesterday morning we had rain, but it was dry prior to that for a few days, and this was drying up. But you can see already it's got quite wet again. So, but I say we know there's a massive hole up there around the chimney flashing. So, but I say, yeah, it's the reason why it's all got to come down. And we'll put something up much more decorative, but still in character with the house to, yeah, hopefully make it look nice. So that's coming off quite well actually at the moment. It's just weird that we found this, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but we just found this again. It's, I don't know what it is. It's like another little doorway, or that's definitely like a sort of support of some sort, and this is obviously being blocked up at some point. But yeah, really weird. I really don't know what was going on here, because on this wall as well there was something here, because this here at some point has been painted. I don't know if you can see closely in there. This has obviously been blocked up at some point, which goes, just trying to see how far down it goes. Well, definitely to there. Oh, it carries, yeah, and carries on going. So it's just weird because they're obviously on two different levels there, but I'm not actually too sure what we've we're uncovering here at all. There was obviously something here, but I'm really not sure what we're actually finding here, to be honest. I found an old metal, where is it, that one? An old metal stake that was being punched into the wall for something. I don't know if it was an old chisel by the looks of it, looking at the shape of it. You can see that, right? Looks like something like that. Either that, or they certainly had good 6-inch nails in those days. So yeah, not sure what's going on here, but it is coming off nicely. And considering how wet it is here, it's actually pretty dry here, to be honest. So it is literally just this centre piece here, I think, where obviously where the chimney breast is, where it's getting a lot of damp coming in. Not that it's relevant, because I say it's coming down, but it's just interesting to see how it all works. So yeah, we'll just keep chipping away, but yeah, very, very strange. And this socket here, I was expecting to find like a external wire, because everywhere else in the house there's all plastic conduit where they've redone it, but on this one here there isn't. So I'm just wondering if, without unscrewing the front there, if it's not used anymore, or they fed the wire straight through whatever this opening used to be. So yeah, if anyone's got any idea what that possibly could have been. So I say we've got one level here with the lintel going across, but then we've got another lintel here and also a tiny little one up there, which this has obviously been blocked in as well, because you can see the way it's all boxed out. But this is starting to look like what was a doorway, I think. It looks to obviously back in those days, the lintels were all low and all that doorways were low, but very, very strange. Exciting, but strange. Well, I've certainly warmed up a bit now doing that. It's still coming down relatively easily, to be honest. But yeah, there's just a little patch and that where it just really hangs on. You sometimes think, is it a little patch of like actual cement that they've just repaired the wall with? Sometimes, but I think it's just all the same lime mortar. You just get hard patches in it. But yeah, it's coming down nicely. Sort of trying to get to a certain point where I can go, right, that'll do for the day. It's just starting to get dark now, so the light is going in here quite quickly, even with the light on. But it's just lovely to see all the character of the wall. Even above the doorway here, there's, I don't know, did they used to have like cubby hole things above the doors? Because even that looks like there was something there, because there's a secondary lintel just above it. It's just really interesting to see, and it's near enough like the doorways were big, and then they sort of lowered them. But no, really, really pleased on how it's coming down. Obviously, we're not too fussed about what the stone looks like here, because I'll say the whole wall is coming down anyway. But it's just always nice to see, and yeah, just sort of see the character of the wall coming to life before they put all that render over it. Hello. Hello. So, new day. Today's job is finally trying to get this large water tank out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've drained it all, haven't we?
Yeah, we took a pipe out the window and drained it all.
Yeah, it's all drained apart from what is sat in the bottom that we can't get out, obviously through the sort of lower end of the pipes.
Yeah.
But once we get this tank down, then we can start to remove all this framework everywhere, get rid of all this, And then, yeah, just make some sense in here then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tom's already sat on the roof.
On the roof.
Hi, Tom.
Hello.
Yeah, Tom was going to have a bath in there, but he just couldn't get his leg over the top here because of the roof trusses were in the way. So, and you tapped your toes in it. It was a bit cold still, wasn't it?
Bit cold, yeah.
Yeah. And he didn't have his ducky with him.
Rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky. So yeah, we're going to get this out. We've just isolated another pipe there. I say there's no feed coming into this tank at all now. It's all totally isolated. The pipes that are just coming out are just ones that were used for the fill, and obviously tail offs for like the shower and the toilet and the sink, etc. So yeah, we'll see if we can get this tank down without one of us getting
Without getting soaked. Yes.
soaked with the residue that's left in it.
We'll see.
I'd like to say that I'm probably the one that's going to get wet here because Tom is going to feed it off the roof and I'm going to be below down here trying
if you
to
wanted to play this smart, we could tip it this way and out the pipe out the window again.
but the pipe's not long enough, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
We've just cut the one that's
Oh, the one that was
one.
shortened anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. We've still got one long pipe there connected, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I could just tip it this way. I don't know how heavy it is.
It won't be heavy now.
Right.
Actually, if you tip it now anyway, there you go, it's just going to go down the...
Oh, yeah.
I'll show one down there. It's just going to go down that shower drain anyway. Oh, that is quite dirty.
That's dirty. Not quite a Sunday carry, but
It's amazing the dirt that builds up in these tanks. It's actually
disgusting.
disgusting to think that...
That's empty.
Because did this feed... Yeah, this fed the kitchen as well, didn't it?
This fed, yeah.
This fed like taps for drinking and... Ugh.
Yeah. Yuck.
And this one's had a lid on. I'd say this one's been covered up
We
properly.
say a lid, it's
Wow.
a bit of insulation board with plaster.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
probably not the healthiest thing to have on
No.
top of a water supply.
No.
But there was certainly no filters in it or anything. That's disgusting. Right, do you think that's empty?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, I'm going to get down and put this on a tripod. And hopefully we can get this down without it falling. Right.
Ugh.
What?
Look at the mould on that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't go that way.
Are you going to drop that?
I'm going to drop it.
Just push it hard so it just goes. All right, I'm going to move that a minute.
Look at the bottom of that.
Look at that, everyone. Not very nice, is it?
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I'll say this was the main water tank of the house. I know the house has been empty for a couple of years, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 years prior to us taking it over, but yeah, as I say, this was the main tank where the water and that came from for the drinking. Right.
Alrighty, I'm going to need an adjustable.
Odie,
Yeah.
big one or little one?
Big one, please. Thank you.
Do do. I shouldn't sing. I'm always humming on videos.
It looks empty.
We said that about these other ones.
I am going to push it down.
You are.
It's heavy.
You don't think I can slowly let it down?
No. No.
Will that break it?
Maybe.
Do you want to take that? Okay.
Okay. Do a little shimmy over this way.
Tom's doing a shimmy.
What's the expensive light bulbs?
We keep saying, don't kick the expensive light bulbs. The LED bulbs over here are just so expensive.
Right.
And
Do I look high on camera?
I don't think anyone can see you. Hang on,
I'm like 9 foot in the air.
I'm gonna tilt the camera up so you can see Tom up in the air there. There he is. Can you see his legs?
I've probably spent more time up here than I have anywhere else in the house, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you know people could see right up your nose?
Up my nose? Didn't know what you were going to say then.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get all this framework down. Then we can start taking this this raised floor down. I can then get the rest of the render off the wall here. Well, I've done nearly half of it in here, but I've just been restricted by all the wooden framework up everywhere. How we doing, mate?
All right.
Is that free now?
No.
There's still water in there. I can hear it.
Oh, there is a tad.
I'm going to get wet, aren't I?
I'm going to drop it.
Yeah, but... Okay.
There's still a lot of spiders up here.
Is it?
Not a fan of spiders.
No, Tom doesn't like spiders. I had to get up there, but I don't know if I'd get down now. I just have to put a bed up there and sleep.
There we go.
I'm not the most agile at the moment.
Okay. Oh no, there's one there.
Where do you want now? Can I help from this end?
Most likely, yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah. Oh God.
What?
I didn't know if that was going to hit the camera.
Oh, hang on then. I didn't see that come down. Is that going to stay there?
I don't know if I can reach it.
Which one? Which one are you on about?
I can reach it. I just need to get right over here. Yeah, there is a bit of water in there. That tap off. Oh, it's not much.
It's not much.
It's not.
What's not much?
A couple of millilitres.
Milliliters.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to drop it.
Well, I'm going to try not to break it because it is a nice plastic tank, but...
Okay.
Yeah, slowly let it go.
All right.
Yeah.
You sure?
I think so. Hang on, we're caught on that side there. That's it.
I'm not holding it now. All right.
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely stuff. Oh,
Well done.
I have room up here now.
So is that pipe connected?
No,
No.
everything's off.
So drop that on the floor. Yay! Bless you.
Sorry.
All we got to do now then is take all the electrical stuff down.
Electrical, then we can take the wood down.
We'll move all those out the way for now, and then we can take all the frame down,
Yeah.
and then just remove those other pipes
Yep.
as we go. Good job, mate.
Lovely stuff.
Hello. So another day. Light went really quick last night. As you can see in the last clip there, the battery went on the camera. Tom and I were just pulling that last little bit down on the ceiling, which was all along here. So that's all gone now. We turned around and yeah, the camera had turned itself off, unfortunately. But I say it was getting a bit dark. We weren't in here much longer, to be honest. So a few other bits that I've done this morning, just before I've put the camera on. I've just sorted all the electrics out. There was loads of electric lights and that here, pull switches and all that. I've just moved them all around, sorted all the wiring out. A lot of it's even disconnected now, stuff that just isn't relevant. So I've just disconnected that. Put light up there, temporary, and I'll just put one over here, temporary as well, just to make sure we've still got some light in here, and obviously a socket as well. So yeah, just got to pull the sink out. That's all nice and straightforward, and then I can just pull the rest of all this framework down and finally clear all this out, which will then, we're going to leave obviously the door frame for a minute. Just for the time being, but I say that's all got to come down as well at some point. But yeah, once all this last of this framework and that's down, I can then crack on and start pulling all this render down, which is yeah, quite nice really. There's quite a few. Once you pull all this out, it's surprising when it rains heavy how many drips are actually coming through the roof here. We know this is the worst part, the actual roof itself. So yeah, it's just it just proves that the roof obviously needs to come off, which it was anyway, just to sort it out. There might be a few more timbers up there as well we want to replace, just for our own well-being before we go sorting it all out. There's just some there that where the roof's been leaking, they've just got a few like damp ends on them, so it's just not worth leave them up there for the sake of a bit of timber. We'll obviously when we redo the roof, we'll just put some new timbers in as and where we need to, which will be nice and easy. So yeah, just going to crack on with this, get all this done, and then I can have a good old tidy up in here. It's just a bit of a mess in here at the moment where Tom and I have been working. So I'm on my own today, so I just as I get it all sorted. There we go, all down. Apart from the door frame here, it was yeah, quite straightforward to be honest. The raw plugs, I don't know if I can show you one. There you go, there's one in this. The length of those. But they're not even plastic, they're like metal. They just go right in the wall. They're obviously like hammered in, and then I think they're just like bolts that go in and then expand this into the hole, looking at it. But yeah, you can see even they've started to go rusty. This here is where obviously where the shower was, just down here, and the wood that runs all the way along the edge there, or did run along the edge there, was absolutely rotten. And this shower, I'll say it wasn't put in long ago, it was put in quite a while ago, but it just proves that it was actually leaking, but I doubt it was in there 6 years. And the wood in that corner there was, you know, you just like touch wood and it just goes like paper. It absolutely rotted away. I think the shower hadn't been sealed properly around the edge there, so it was just leaking under every time someone had a shower. We think there may have been possibly used to be a bath in here, because just down here under the windowsill there was another hole once we removed all the plasterboard there. I don't know if there used to be a bath here instead of a shower. They made it into a wet room because obviously the elderly gentleman here was probably getting to a point where he couldn't get into a bath. I don't know, but I don't know what that hole is if it wasn't something like that. Big cat flap. So yeah, please have all that down. Just a lot of tidying up to do now. But I say all the render now can come down, which I'm really pleased with, and just crack on and get this done. Open up this window here even more now. Now we can see it. So get all this render removed. You can see it's just all built up inside there. And yeah, we can really start to open that up and turn that into a lovely feature, which I'm really looking forward to be honest. This wall's already drying out really well. Since taking the render off here, you can really see a difference. But when you pan around to this side, obviously I took all this off and it started to dry out, but you can just show the amount of water the other side of this cottage on the higher point, because this has gone quite wet again, and even here, if you can see, I don't know if the light's picking it up, but this was all dried the other day, but that there is absolutely soaking again. So there's a lot of water coming down through the wall there, which obviously will get sorted, but it just shows you the amount of moisture that was being held within the walls, or this wall at least. So I'm expecting the same on this one, because what was the old chimney there is still an external chimney up there, but I say the fireplace here was all been blocked off here. So obviously that's chimney's coming down anyway, so we'll just block it all up properly. Pull all this render off. It'd be nice to get all this off. I was saying to Tom earlier that once we get this off, all this dirty mouldy render, it'd just be nice. The cottage will start to smell a bit nicer rather than this sort of musty smell when you hit a certain room where it's been really mouldy. So no, great job. I'm really pleased. It's just like a big achievement when you sort of like, right, another room cleared, and it's made this room feel so much bigger. It really has. Just by taking all this framework down, it's really opened it up into a big room, which is nice, because I say it will be utilised in a big way. As I say, this here is going to be, there's potentially going to be a door here where this window is, a doorway coming in. This will all be one level. All this raised part here is all coming up. I say it will be one level all the way through the cottage, but I say what we want to do is it's going to be slightly split. There's going to be a pantry in here, and then there's going to be a tiny, just like a little cubicle, toilet and wash hand basin, and also our plant room, as in plant room when we eventually get all the solar panels in. This is where all the batteries and everything will be tucked away in here, all out the way. But so yeah, it will be, again, it will have a slight partition wall, because this here will be a nice tiled area all around here right the way through, and yeah, we'll just make use of this area in a really big way, which then will lead through into the kitchen. We can use this as a back door, so we can come in, into like a muddy sort of area where we don't mind, have coats that hung up in here and things like that. and say, coming through the main part of the house, especially with muddy dogs and things like that. Last thing you want them to do is tearing through the house. So we can come in this way, boots, coats and whatever in here, and then through into the main house. So yeah, we're yet to design this properly yet, but I say that is the sort of idea. Let's say we're thinking that there's definitely going to be a doorway here. This doorway will also lead round, I don't know if you remember saying last week, it will lead round to the undercover patio area. So we've got access to that from both this side and what's going to be our bedroom. So it will just link around together. So just to make it as usable as possible. So yeah, there we are. Just gonna have a good old tidy up now. Sort it all out a bit, just to get on top of things a bit more. But yeah, really pleased. Really pleased. I feel like we're getting somewhere. It's just amazing how much wood they used. It really was. It was certainly built to last. But yeah, it's just, it's no good for us. It's got to come down. We've got to have a clean slate to do everything properly, take the floors up and everything like that. So it all has a purpose for everyone. When that person's living in the house, everyone's got different ways of using things. So no, we'll crack on and get cleaned up. So that's it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed what we've been doing this week. Bits and bobs that just need to be done, and obviously carrying on with the tearing down of the cottage. I say one day we'll get to a point where we're just at a point to start putting things back in. But at the moment we're still pulling things down, like the render and floors and things like that. Still an awful lot to do here. But yeah, we are getting there. Some massive hurdles being made the last couple of weeks. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you again. We've had a massive influx of new followers and subscribers. If you're not subscribed, but you do watch our channel, please just hit that subscribe button. And obviously keep the comments coming. We have some fantastic comments every week. And I say we just love seeing the new people that are joining us, commenting as well, interacting with our channel, ideas and suggestions of what we maybe can do here. But so yeah, we love them, we read them all, we try to reply to them all, and yeah, just thank you so much. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.